Are you someone who crashes after meals? Maybe you have difficulty losing weight. Maybe you're always hungry, right? Maybe you need sweets after meals. Potentially, you just are thirsty all of the time. And maybe you just get really irritable when it goes too long between meals. Now, all of this is showing a sign of not having control of insulin. So think of insulin like having gatekeepers to the cells with special customized keyholes that can only be opened when triggered by glucose. Glucose is sugar. Sugar is a broken down form of carbohydrate. So glucose has the special combination to open the door to the cells. Now, when the door is open, insulin sweeps up the extra blood sugar into the liver and the muscles for storage in the form of glycogen. So we eat a carbohydrate that gets broken down into the form of glucose. Then insulin takes that glucose and stores it as glycogen inside our muscles and our liver. Now, when there is excess glucose, insulin, with the help of an enzyme called lipoprotein lipase, or LPL, insulin sends glucose into the fat cells to be converted and stored as fat. Now, these insulin-based actions bring your blood sugar level back to a normal range, protecting the rest of your cells from the damaging effects of excess blood sugar. When you have too much glucose in your blood and insulin isn't responding properly, a cascade of health problems and symptoms can occur. So just take a deep breath. And just in case you missed it, as I mentioned earlier, insulin is responsible for the accumulation of body fat. When insulin is up, so is the fat-storing enzyme LPL. So in other words, it is impossible to lose fat when insulin is elevated. And so when insulin is elevated for long periods of time, the signal gets weaker and weaker, and we become resistant to the glucose. So the glucose are knocking on the door saying, hey, let me in, but we're not hearing that signal. This is known as insulin resistant. When we are insulin resistant, we can suffer from things like PCOS and fertility issues, right? Skin issues can occur. We can have rashes, blotchy skin, we can have acne. Also, it affects our mental performance as well. We can have brain fog and forgetfulness. Maybe it's your time of the month and you have really bad PMS symptoms. So when we're insulin resistant, this also affects our sleep quality. Now, when our sleep quality is compromised, this offsets or disrupts our natural circadian rhythm, which is the natural flow of our hormones throughout the day. This can also affect cortisol. Cortisol is our level 1 minimum effective dose activity, or hormone, I should say, inside our hormone pillar. Also, when you're insulin resistant, you can just feel tired and lacking energy all of the time, regardless of what you eat. So insulin impairs fatty acid metabolism, keeping you from burning fat. As I said before, when insulin is present, it is impossible for you to burn fat.